and the Soggy fries. Crazy cooks and customers, please. Welcome to the wild side of hospitality. Diners, drive-ins, and Soggy fries. Yeah, you won't believe these guys. Episode 5 of This Might Get Awkward starts now.
Welcome to episode 5.
How's everyone doing out there?
Episode 5. Can't we leave? Well, thanks.
We made it.
We did make it. How is everybody
We
doing
made
out
it,
there?
after all.
Gotta put the comments in the stream over here if it works for us here. If not, we'll just keep it on the side.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're gonna keep it on the side. How is everybody doing? We made it to episode 5. This one is diners, drive-ins, and soggy fries. Duck J, what the heck are we going to talk about tonight? I know that title is very
Oh gosh.
soggy.
Yeah. It is. It is a little soggy. But I'm hoping that people that are joining have eaten out at restaurants, maybe worked at restaurants, because I really want to talk about experiences.
Ooh.
You know we love a good experience. And we love talking about a not so great experience.
Train wrecks. You got to have your train wreck. Very good. You've got to have the bad and vice versa, right? And sometimes if you're on with us here, throw a little something in the chat. Let us know that you're here. Say hi or hola or auf Wiedersehen or whatever you might get tonight. Throw it in the chat so we know that you're here. See a couple little eyeballs lighting up there. So, we got Hey. What's up? Hey, how's it going? All right. Oh, we got Jennifer's on. Look at that.
Hi there.
The magic is coming. You need to switch over to the public chat unless you just want a private. This just got awkward. Well, while I started, I am going to tell a little story if you don't mind. It's kind of, I guess, along the lines of food.
Let's hear it.
And the nature of food. Well, the other day, as I often do, it's kind of my Zen place, as you know, Doc J. There to do a little bit of writing, a little scripting, map out some videos, think a little tonight, reflect, do a little bit of books. And as I'm sitting there, I'm typing. One of the women that works behind the register comes up and goes, "Hey, how's it going?" You scared the crap out of me. We're in dark pants, thankfully. But she comes up and she shows me this thing of chocolates. And I'm thinking, it's weird for a drug deal to go down in broad daylight, especially in a Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
But, stranger things have happened. She's like, "Hey, this is cracked. It's a thing of chocolate, really fancy chocolates.
She said it's cracked?
Normally $14.99. Yes, she said she liked my crack. But anyway, she's like, "The packaging is cracked. Would you like these chocolates for free?" I mean,
Okay.
What do you say in a moment like that? No, I really probably any sane person would be like, you know what? She could have laced them with anything. There could be roofies in there. Maybe she's, wants to steal my computer. So I'm like, yeah, heck yeah. And I had one. They are absolutely delicious. If you get a chance, putting a little plug in here for Bissinger's. It's the milk caramel filled gold presents. So, and they're not stale, even though it says presents. I'm assuming it's from the holidays. They're not stale. They're actually pretty delicious, and they were free. Nothing bad to get for free. So
not at all. Not at all.
That's it.
Hey, that's
so I'll see you guys later. So
you're gonna go eat your chocolate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I love it.
Go eat my chocolate and listen to That's Me in the Corner. So,
that's me. In
but
the
anyway,
spot.
we're here to talk.
That we were singing.
Light. But we're here to talk about diners, drive-ins, and soggy fries. All the experiences that we and you have had at restaurants, out in public. Maybe it's where you, or maybe you've owned a restaurant. Want the fun little stories. So, Doc J, where do we want to start?
Yeah.
Is there a topic that's weighing in on your mind that you want to start with?
I think you just shared a great experience, right? So let's talk a little bit. Let's get the crowd going on some not so great experiences that we've encountered.
Ooh.
There's a special and there's a special kind of trauma that only happens in restaurants. It starts with hope, right? Like you're hungry, you have a menu in front of you. Well, you're seated. That's like the first hope that you get a seat, but you're seated, you're reading through the menu, you're salivating. But then somewhere in between there, it ends with eating crackers when you get home at 11:47 p.m., whispering, I should have just stayed home. You have been emotionally damaged and you're $82 poorer. So, anybody have that experience where you're like, why? It has an 8 in it. What do I say? But has anyone, Coach C, have you ever had that experience? Like, ever been like, why did I just spend all this money and it was not satisfying? Something happened in the middle of that journey.
Well, I don't want to look, so it looks better. Perfect. Switch to the Facebook page. Yes, I have had that experience. I don't know if you can necessarily call it a restaurant. Hate me if you want to, but Taco Bell. I've gone through there, and I used to go through there. An extraordinary amount of food when I was a growing teenager. It was always kind of my go-to after, in my 20s, go out, and it's always my go-to food. And then, it's always one of those that you wake up in the morning and you look at your bill, you look at the bag, you look at the damage, all the wrappers around. Then you look to see if you had friends or maybe a party over, and then you crap $70 at Taco Bell, and all I got out of it was this diarrhea. So I've had that moment before, really, like, and the worst part is I kept on repeating it because it just sounds like a good. And even having kids, sometimes they're like, "Can we go to Taco Bell?" And my head, my mind, my body, my stomach is saying, "Don't do it," but I still do it every time, and the prices just keep on going. My money went in, and you lost it all out the other end. That's 100%. And that's whether it's Taco Bell or Arby's, they're both known for.
Yeah.
Yes.
For
We'll
sure.
just leave it there. But yeah, that's kind of my my moment of like, what did I just do? Anybody else have those kinds where you've gone out to, could be to a restaurant food, or you've ordered DoorDash, and then you realize I could have just made this at home for a heck of a lot cheaper and probably better. So tell us in the chat if you've had that experience. We would love about it.
Oops.
Whoa. Just press some buttons.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, kidding.
I was trying to get the chat
surgery on the podcast.
No, I was trying to get the chat to show, but I don't know how to do that, clearly.
All right, we'll figure that out. We'll get there. Can show it on the streams. Whoa. Let's see. Oh, there we go.
There you go. You're better at it, but it's covering you.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, what, he needs to see me? Yeah, I have to see if we can overlay on. Okay, maybe we do. Overlay off. There we go. Now we got it on the side. Like, pasta at Portillo is now like $18.
Oh my gosh, yeah? Wow.
And you can go buy a box of Barilla pasta for like, what, $2.99? A thing of decent sauce for like $6 and call it a day. Save yourself $10. Come closer again. Like that close?
Come closer.
Or should I back away? Come a little bit closer.
Oh, where did I put you? It's a teeny, Coach C. Sorry.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? This might make me throw up.
I can't get it back. You got to fix it. I'm trying to help our friend in
folks,
the private chat here.
So next week, folks, this is going to be a private video cast. Just 1%. Let's see. We can, we can just leave it like this. It's like a bunk
Yeah, that's great.
podcast or a video cast. So why not? It's
I'm on
perfectly
top.
fine.
Okay, composure.
Mhm.
Oh
Be
wait.
more. Winning.
Michael, I don't
Anyway,
know
let's back
if
to the
that
food.
helped
So
you. Yes, let's get back to the food. Sorry. Woo.
is magic happening?
So
Yes, magic is always happening.
it's magic is happening.
Yes, it is.
You might
magic
need
that's
reading
happening.
glasses, Jennifer. Yes. So keep telling us about any challenging, we're not going to say horrible, but challenging restaurant experiences that you have encountered. We're talking about diners, drive-ins, and soggy fries. If you're just joining us here now, we did have a little bit of a, I had a little bit of a giggle fit. So that happens sometimes.
Yeah, it's part of the podcast, right? We said Taco Bell, so you got giggle fits, and little shit. So it's a perfect podcast. That's what we're doing tonight.
It is.
So
Hey, Lisa.
as we're
Thanks for
talking
joining.
about, as we talk about restaurants, might not be so great. Let's talk about service. I've had some good service in my lifetime, but probably equally as much, maybe more bad service in restaurants.
Mhm.
In the worst service you've ever had, the worst server, it could be the worst experience, the worst conversation. Maybe it was something where they were sarcastic to you. It wasn't even Ed DeBevick's, if you're old enough for that. But what's one of the worst experiences you've ever had in a restaurant?
While we're waiting for
Doug
our
J, what about you?
audience, I will share that, once we waited a very long time for food, and I'm pretty patient. But if I think it was like an hour and a half, seriously. And when it came, the server said, "Be careful, the plate is hot." Oh, it was hot. Mhm. Because it had clearly been sitting under a heat lamp since the Bush administration. And I'm not saying George
Ooh,
W. Bush. I'm saying George H.W. Bush.
wow.
So that was not okay.
So
Not okay.
had you traveled to the past, ordered food, and it was finally delivered, or
I
was it?
think that might have.
How'd that work?
I must have went through the
That might
bathroom portal. Mhm. I'm as old as that. Thanks,
Okay.
Michael.
Michael, well, we appreciate that. Well, we said Chessie's in Barrington. Had to wear a bow tie, had to wear a tie button down.
Oh,
And it was a Sunday brunch, and I spilled red wine on a woman's white dress.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Lisa.
That had to
Oh,
make her pretty
yeah.
happy.
Speaking of,
Yeah,
as we're going a little bit to the server side, I have a story. My family owned a restaurant for many, many years, but we had a lady who worked with us, and she was wearing a button-down blouse, and some of our booths had those hooks that you could hang your purse on, or your coat, or your person
or
you were
your
eating
shirt.
with if you didn't. So she was kind of a very hyper person. I'm going to be nice about that. And she was running around. It was a busy night, and her shirt caught on one of those. She was too close. I don't know how. It popped open. All the buttons went flying, and there she was in the middle of a busy dining room. Here's my bra. And then we didn't have any extra shirts that were her size. So she had to put on like a small t-shirt and work the rest of the night. So yeah, I'd rather, she
right.
probably would have rather paid for dry cleaning than exposing herself to the dining room. So that's a little story.
There you go. And Jennifer, she ordered a grilled cheese that with just tomato, and they had to read because each time they added bacon, which she doesn't eat. And this was at a local diner, so we won't share the name of the local diner on here because some of us might still want to eat there. But that's something I have had happen before too. I went to a restaurant once. Probably my little restaurant story is I went to, and it'll remain nameless, and I got a blooming onion as a appetizer, which was more like a blooming fried soup when it came because there was so much
Mhm.
grease on the plate. But I ordered a cheeseburger. Basic thing in the world. This I did order bacon. Did eat the bacon. It was probably your bacon. They just took it off and put it on my burger. But I ate the burger. I got the burger. Ordered it. It was a pulled pork sandwich. I'm like, that's not a burger. Appreciate the likeness, and the
Wrong
thought when we
animal.
remake that, can you actually do a burger. Oh, well, we probably gave it to somebody else. We'll go look for it. I'm like, no, if it's not somebody eating on somebody else's table, I don't want it. Just go make it. Came back out the next time. Had a Reuben. Got a Reuben. Like pretty hard to mistake a bun and rye bread, and Reuben melted cheese and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. So um, had them again take it back and try to remake it. And next time, I usually order my thing, so there's a little bit of pink in the middle. It was pretty much all pink.
Mhm.
A little bit of a charred, like burnt crispy outside.
My gosh.
And I sent it back and asked for my money back and wanted to leave the restaurant. Didn't want us to leave the restaurant. Wanted to make it right because they were so afraid of bad reviews. They were willing to give us if we just stayed. So we got ice cream because you figured you
Oh,
can't
well
mess up
that
ice
yeah,
cream.
yeah.
So
I
had
mean,
ice cream. Kind of agreed not to give a bad review, because they don't ruin anybody's livelihood. But I don't understand how you mistake. I mean, again, I get them, give them credit for the whole, meat family, and for trying. I mean, I guess, a C minus, D plus for effort. But I will say the ice cream was fantastic. Again, it's really hard to mess up ice cream
yeah.
unless which then it'd be a problem. So
Well, yeah.
that's my little
I
restaurant story.
yeah. I like that. Speaking of frozen or undercooked food, um, I once had lasagna at a restaurant and it was steamy. Like it seemed hot, right? Like, but then it was like instant
Hmm.
betrayal because I took a bite and it was frozen solid in the middle. Oh,
Ooh, nice.
hot on the outside, frozen on the
Did it come in
inside.
like a Stouffer's wrapper? It was served
It's
in,
it was like
served
the
in the half
server's
Stouffer's box.
personality.
There you go. It's
Oh,
amazing how much
yeah.
bad help there is out there. Like I can't even imagine owning a restaurant and trying to hire folks that actually are good, that actually can talk to people, that actually
Mhm.
can be, I guess, friendly or at least, fake it till they make it. Because
Okay,
so many
yeah,
places you
for
go,
sure.
yeah, it just looks like
Have you
people hate
ever had
their
a
lives,
server?
right?
I know. Have you ever had a
Twice in my lifetime,
server
yes, I have.
who just just seems like they're angry that you exist, that you came in, like they had better things to do? Like you personally ruined their life because you came in to order chicken fingers. Like what is wrong with that situation when you have a server that doesn't want customers? Tell me
Right.
about that. Does anyone
Well, and do you
have that?
start to everybody's having a well, and do you start to think about those, maybe they're just having a bad maybe they've had some bad things go on in life, maybe try and give them the benefit of the doubt, but they kind of get beyond reprieve, right? Where you're giving you the benefit of the doubt, but you've just so miserable where I just can't excuse it. I kind of I don't know
Yeah.
about you, Doc
Yeah.
J, but I kind of go with the theory if you don't like something, get out, make a change. Nobody's forcing you to work
True.
there, you know. Oh, I will say one of the happiest people that I've ever seen at, and I guess you can kind of call it a restaurant, but McDonald's. There's a McDonald's by me in Lake Zurich
Yeah.
where we would go through, and there's a man a lot of times the drive-through, and
Aw.
especially when the kids were younger. His
Yeah.
name was Angel, and I'll never forget the time we went
Mhm.
through. This is probably the best service I've ever had at a restaurant. I went through, and the kids were really young at the time. They love to get happy like that, and he would
Mhm.
always, we'd pull up, he'd be like, "Hi, boy, hi, girl," and like wave to, and
Aw.
shake my hand or give me a fist bump or something like that. One time, he cleared out our bin of Happy Meal toys, put it in a bag, and gave us the entire bag. Gave us the entire bag.
Really? Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
No, kids still remember that to this day. Every time we see,
That's
we see Angel
amazing.
around, which isn't too often. They're always like, "Angel, we
Mhm.
recognize Angel." I've actually given Angel a ride to work one time too. I saw him walking down the road from wherever he lives. I'm like, "Angel, hi, hi, where's boy, where's girl?" I'm like, "It's snowing. Get in the car." Like, you're not wearing shoes. Come on.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
But I gave him a ride to work and dropped him off, and it's just super cool. But to your point, there's those people that just look like that you're not eating a steak and they're not
Mhm.
bringing you a steak machete, because they probably will stab you when they get to the table, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody had
But
those
going back to,
experiences?
yeah, if you had those experiences, throw them in the chat. We want to hear from you. While we wait for some interjection of stories, I'm going back to food again. And have you ever been out to eat? And please also comment on this. And an object that shouldn't be in your food appears in your food after
Ooh.
you've already been eating it. Like, nothing makes you question your will to live when you've been eating these delicious mashed potatoes and all of a sudden there's a hair. And you don't know. Was it
Hope,
the only one?
hopefully you all have
Or,
eaten dinner by now. Or you're not in the middle of eating dessert or eating mashed potatoes. Um, but that's a great point. I mean, how many times have you
yeah, yeah.
ever run into something that just shouldn't be there, right?
Well, and
So would love to see in
if,
the chat. Yeah, go ahead.
no, if you've already eaten most of it and you don't know how many,
Hair.
like, have you already consumed a wig?
Like hairball. You've turned into the human cat. Hair, yep, Jennifer, that's a common one that we
Yeah.
all find in food. And of course, we do is that mine? Is it there? Whose is it? Like we try and
Mhm.
justify, like, should I actually eat it, right? That's the thing that I'll run into when I see it. It's like, oh, I don't want to run it back into here. What other gross things have you found in
Mhm.
food? Or have you found anything cool? Like maybe there was a Lincoln wooden nickel in there or something like that, or well, you're able to cash in for, you know, for a big prize on some auction site. Would take my mind to Biaggi's and look forward to seeing our favorites are newest by their first names. That's beautiful, Michael.
Aw.
Now at Biaggi,
Mhm.
we're finding anything gross in your food. And it can't be the salt on top of the bread. I know they've changed out the bread lately, and the top of the bread is now basically a loaf of salt. But have you ever found anything gross in food at Biaggi's or any other restaurant? I know I actually once chipped a tooth on a bone. Actually eating a pulled pork sandwich. I know we've got kind of a meat theme here. I'm probably seem like a kid, but chomped into and I won't say the restaurant. I don't think they exist anymore. But I spit down
Mm.
and chipped a little piece off my tooth.
Oh my gosh.
So
Did they do anything for
showed the
you?
manager. They comped my meal, which is good.
Okay.
I'm like, what about the dentist? They're like, well, you can't prove that it was this, so we don't know if it was this, and that can happen. I'm like, okay, like,
Oh,
is it
wow.
worth making that battle? Very, very small chip, but still, to this day, I still have that little chip that reminds me every time. So now, every time I eat a pulled pork sandwich, which is just very rare anymore, I'll always check to make sure there's no bones.
Hmm.
Yeah, pretty gross.
Yeah. Pretty gross. Or just, yeah, make sure they make it with pork tenderloin, no bones. That's how I make pulled pork.
Nice.
Hmm.
What about anybody else? Lisa, have you ever had anything gross in your food at a restaurant? And what did the restaurant do about it? Would love to know.
I found like little bugs sometimes in salads over the years that
Oh,
grosses me out from ordering
oh,
salads at restaurants. Like,
hmm.
did you wash the salad?
Were they like little fruit flies, or was it like
Like little growed things,
full
like little
blown like
wormy.
prehistoric bugs?
Yeah, dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah, dinosaurs. Little dinosaur. That's pretty gross. See, now I don't
Little
ever want to eat a
teeny
salad again.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
Sorry.
Nicely.
Yeah, that was.
That was very odd.
Fruit flies. Yep. Okay,
Fruit
Jennifer.
flies. Yep.
Hmm.
You've seen the fruit fly. Definitely disgusting. Definitely always fun there. I'm trying to think of what other things I've found in food. Do you ever find like you're not even eating something with fries and you find like a tater tot in your meat
Oh, that's
somehow?
like bonus.
Like
Yeah.
it's bonus, but it's like it depends on if it's like fresh and hot, and sometimes I think maybe it's a ploy for you to order something. They're like, hey, if we put a tot
Yeah.
in there, they're gonna order a side order. But sometimes I don't know. I've had it a couple times where it was like hard as a rock. This was left in the deep
Oh,
fryer, and I had
yeah.
mashed potatoes, and you don't deep fry mashed potatoes. Glad I ate my fruit already. There you
Yeah.
go. Hopefully you enjoyed this too.
That's
They're
like one
delicious.
reason I don't really like bar fruit in my drinks because then the fruit flies come to your table with you. That's just a side note. We're not talking about bar fruit tonight. Um, what about best hole in the wall? Yeah, another night. We'll talk all about our fruit flies and how they
All about the
exist.
fruit flies.
But what about the best hole in the wall place? Like, I, you know, I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but there's some restaurants that are the best that look like you might get food poisoning or you need to make sure your tetanus shot is up to date. But there's always that one place where the parking lot's all like cracked and the windows look dirty, the sign is flickering. It's cash only. The food is life changing. I mean, you trust the cook who is still cooking with like a cigarette in its hand, ashes falling on the grill. You don't even know their name, but you love them because it's the best. And we lost Coach C. Oh, there he is.
I'm back.
So anybody have a favorite hole in the wall place that you love to go to, but when you bring someone new there for the first time, they're like, have you lost your ever loving mind? This looks like a disgusting place. Anybody have
And
that?
just as a fun side note, my camera is frozen. So I've just been playing around with pictures in case you haven't noticed. We're just going to keep it
It's
there.
all good. That's good.
Not. But that's a good question. Best hole in the wall. I feel like some of the best hole in the walls were at
Yeah.
college.
Mm.
Those are the best hole in the walls that I've experienced. But now, are we talking about for breakfast? Lunch? Are we talking about for dinner? All the
Anything.
above?
Anything, really.
Hmm.
Yeah. I remember there was a hole in the wall grease pit. I'm sorry, I look at the health department rating scores of restaurants. And you can tell a lot about a restaurant by
Probably not a bad idea.
their rating. But there was a place in Chicago, and I really don't remember the name of it, but it had a burger called a Big Baby, and it had the best grilled onions. But I don't think it was like a double patty, grilled onions, like that really plasticky American cheese, so good. And
Hmm.
I don't think the grill or like the flat top had been cleaned since 1964, but it was delicious. And maybe that was why. I don't know. But they didn't have the best health rating.
Oh,
So that kind of scared me, but it tasted so good. That was the best hole in the wall. And they also had a sandwich called chicken ciccolini. That was good too.
Fellini. Ooh. Would love to know,
Mm-hmm.
especially
That was really
those of
good.
you
It was
local
like,
to around the area. What are some good dives that you've been in that have really good food? I don't know if I really consider it a dive necessarily, but Tracks over there in Cary, some delicious food. It's kind of a
It
Kind of a
does.
little bit of a hole in the wall, but just a really good food, good atmosphere. That's probably one of my favorite holes in the wall around. I know
Yeah.
there's a couple others that are in Libertyville, but I can't remember the names of them. But I know there's that are like hidden gems, and I really wish I could
Mhm.
remember the name, but I can't. Camera threw me off.
We should definitely do that in another episode. Have people send us the best places. I don't want to do bad reviews. I want to do good reviews. Um, I love a good greasy diner for a
Lagoon.
breakfast too. Oh,
For the first time, and well, we'll let them know that you're coming. Again, maybe they'll put up a banner, some balloons. Maybe they'll put out the red carpet. Be like, Jennifer's got
there you go. Yeah.
Dos Amigos in Libertyville. Yeah, Dos is really good. Definitely like that.
If Jeff was on, he'd probably tell you, Jennifer, that he and his friends were the ones to invent the bucket of burgers and fries at the tracks.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
hmm,
It's
I've
really
never heard
good.
of that. Why am I just hearing about that for the first?
It's on the menu.
And how many burgers do you get in a bucket?
I think it's like 6 slider size. And then
Ooh,
they just jam pack fries in the bottom of the bucket. It's like a beer bucket. I don't know where Coach
that
C
sounds
keeps
amazing.
going. Sorry, guys.
That camera's
Um,
flickering on and off. I
oh yeah,
apologize.
hole in the
Having some
wall.
technical difficulties. Okay.
You guys, we want your
Hole in the walls were
interaction.
fun.
Please interact. I see that a lot of
Fun
people are
fact.
on. Please. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hmm, Jennifer doesn't eat
Kathy
meat.
Milan, rest in
Okay.
peace.
Oh,
Hmm.
love to.
Maybe they could just make them like pickle sliders. I don't know.
Hmm, bucket of pickle sliders.
Bucket o pickle. Oh, that sounds so. Oh, they also have a really good appetizer of fried pickles. They're like super good.
Hmm.
Yep, they're here.
Oh,
Jeff's
there's
watching. He just commented 6 sliders and a bucket of fries.
a place called
Ooh,
Skokie Evanston.
I want to. Yeah.
Great breakfast. Very
Mm,
small. Not sure if it's still around. We have to do a little reconnaissance here, there, Mike.
yeah.
Might have to find out if they're still around. Sounds absolutely delicious.
We could do a whole episode
Jennifer,
just on cool birthday breakfast.
there you go. Cool breakfast places. Evanston border. Okay. I love fried pickles.
I love.
Right there
Oh,
with you.
then get them at the tracks. They're so good.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a made. Good seasoning. Now, all of a sudden, Jeff forces
Yeah.
the tracks. 6 slider. Jeff, Jennifer, the bucket of burgers and the bucket of fries. Ooh, the fries. Best fries of anywhere. Green Room in Libertyville. Okay. Bobby's Bear Fish Fry. Whole place is a great fish fry. Okay. Hole in the wall place. Great fish. I already ate
Actually, a
dinner.
really great
I'm starving
place.
already.
A really great place for fish fry that we've recently discovered or just became a thing is in Cary or Oakwood Hills. Actually, really good fish fry on Friday nights. $20 all you can eat at
Wow.
Chalet Signature Grill. Mm-hmm.
Wings, etc. Okay. Jeff, do you like
Yeah, they
the
have pretty good
fries at
fries.
Wings, etc.? Compared to how would you Wingstop? So Wingstop has some pretty good. They have this like sugar, salt, spice mix that they put on them. Oh,
That
they're
sounds
like
good.
candy. Oh, candy. Yeah, they're absolutely delicious.
I love
Absolutely freaking
poutine.
delicious. Mm.
I just love fries with cheese. Poutine. Those are soggy
Ah,
fries from
okay.
Canada.
That's what that's called.
Eh?
Poutine,
Poutine.
cheesy fries. I thought they were just called. So there are cheese fries in the U.S., poutine in Canada. Is that
Well,
right?
it's no. I mean, there's cheese fries, but poutine is like cheese curds, fries, a gravy, and then sometimes some kind of meat. The best is when it's like duck. Anyway, I digress. Now I want that.
Lucky Monk, Barrington, best wings. They do have some really good wings. Have you ever been there? Like Cajun curly fries and wing. Oh yeah.
Mm,
Jeff, with or without cheese? With or without the
ketchup.
cheddar, sir?
I bet he says
Ketchup.
ketchup.
Ooh, we're waiting a bated breath here, Jeff. What's it gonna be? Cheese, ketchup, Grey Poupon. Pardon me, sir. Do you happen to have any Grey Poupon? Uncle
Oh
D's in
yeah.
Wakanda. Oh yeah.
Yes. Uncle D's in Wakanda is so
God.
good. But they don't have potato skins. So
No?
they need to get those. No.
Blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy.
Oh my gosh, we should have a fried pickle party. Mike likes those.
Seriously.
Mikey likes it.
We could have food tasting. Mikey likes it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
yeah.
without sheesh. Oh, I see. I think Jeff was saying without cheese. So, okay, fine. I do now. We're getting some good recommendations for people, if nothing else.
We
Good
are. I
place for
think
people to go.
yeah. I want to go now to everywhere.
On site. We got a lot of places. Maybe we should just meet out at these places one of these times. We could do a little podcast from the place.
Yeah.
I shouldn't, but they have it. Well, we all, you know what? You gotta, if you gotta have your cheese fried and fried pickles and, you know, your mashed potatoes with hair and.
I don't know though. I can't go out to eat with everybody in the world because I need to know what is their restaurant etiquette, right? Like, are they finger snappers? Do they snap at the server? Because if they do, they belong outside with the raccoons. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Michael, I love Lazy Dog. I would go there like every other day if I had the ability to. Love it there.
Such fried, so delicious. Yeah, that's a good point though. Snap. If you need a server, what is the right way to call a server over? Do you wait, and
You
how long do
stare
you
them
wait?
down with laser eyes.
I'm looking at you. I see you. Stop ignoring one. Yeah. Is that is that kind of how it works, or is it or is anybody here or anybody snappers?
Because then
Do
you
you have a
can't get
creative
fried
way to
pickle.
get a hold of her server? If I contact, yep. So that's a good. So that brings up a good question, though. If we're to come back to the table, what's the number one thing that you have the server come back to the table for? What would bring you? Throw some. Let us know what you think is the number one thing that server that we're making eye contact with them for to get them to come back. You say, "Excuse me" when they pass by.
Oh, Jennifer, that's so
Okay.
polite. I
Excuse
like
me.
that.
That is. But do you say it quietly though, Jennifer, or do you say it like you sneeze? Or is it? Pardon me. I could use some more stuff on the table. So anyway, looking for here. What's the number one thing that servers back to the table for, or that we're making eye contact to get them to bring? Oh yeah, naps. That's if we're doing surveys. That's probably. What do you think number one might be? Give everybody one guess. Me, okay. They're probably not bringing you quiet back to the table. But
That's awkward.
anybody have an idea? What's the number one thing? Ooh, that is called Dr. J. Okay. Yeah, I'd say that's probably number three. There's a number one I'm thinking, and I wish I could get my camera started here. Not the check. Yeah, we never want them. They try and bring that. We just gotta. I've got to go to the washroom. I'll be back. Number one thing. There you go. Seems like the toughest thing to get, too, right?
Yeah.
Either can't get them to bring it, or they because they just don't want to see you again. They don't want to talk to you again. Like Doc J, they just look miserable. They just, they're asking for your parents' numbers so they can call and wish that you weren't born and all that kind of stuff, and never have her.
Oh my gosh. Yes, exactly that. I mean, no, that happened. That happened in 1984. Yeah, I really,
Okay.
I think growing up in a restaurant, I really believe in restaurant etiquette. Like, yeah, a fork or a spoon, and then all the spoons go missing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh, I have a question for our audience. How many of you have taken things from a restaurant, like little kleptos that you might be? I have a friend who will remain nameless. Who it no think? Oh, well, what if you're eating wings though, Jennifer?
Not me.
I have a friend, and everywhere she goes, she takes something. And it's just at first it was alarming, and now it's just part of it. It's just part of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spoon
And when
rolled up on a tablecloth.
yeah. I think what she's trying to talk about is yeah. Yeah. And
So, do you have a friend that takes something from every restaurant, like a souvenir going on a trip?
Yes. And
what's the reasoning behind it?
I don't know. They just have always done it, and people dared them to do it. So now it's just like they feel weird if they don't take the salt and pepper shakers or a really cool steak knife.
Steak knife.
Yeah. But
Okay.
I was with this friend not too long ago out on an adventure, and we were in the car driving. I was driving. She was cleaning out her purse, and all of a sudden she hands me a large glass shard. And I was like, why do you have a large piece of glass in your purse? Well, it was because she had taken 2 glasses from various restaurants when they were out, and they broke in her purse. So yeah. Sugar packets. Okay. That's cool. That's not as bad. We at our restaurant that we used to have, people like somebody stole, like broke the glass frame and stole artwork out of the bathroom. That's pretty high level.
Wow. That's pretty legit right there.
For real. Karma.
Wow. Saying Doc J's friend, Karma's going to come back around and ask for those sugar packets back.
Maybe it was the glass.
Ooh, could be, yeah. That's definitely a possibility.
How about another thing, like if a group of us were to go check out some of these best of items, splitting the bill. Like if you've ever been out with me, I hate talking about like, okay, like how are we going to do this? I don't like having the conversation. I just want it paid. Like I don't want it. And then I've been out with people before, like they get their calculator out. They're like, okay, you owe this much and you owe this. Why would you do that? Just divide it by 4, even if there's only 2 of you. And then,
right.
The person has drinks, lots of drinks, appetizers, entree. You had an entree and a water, and they want to split it evenly. Like, fine. But really, we are not the same.
Well, do you ever call that person out, though, for having more than the other? If they ordered, let's say they ordered two appetizers, they're at the table, but they put them right in front of them, and they get let's say they get a cocktail that's got expensive tequila in it, and whatever the case is, do you ever call that person out when it comes to where, I see your point where you're like, I just get it done, figure out the money situation after, but, ever, or have you ever been in that moment where you're just like, all right, enough's enough, right? You've ordered more than everybody else. You're putting into that person that puts in cash. Everybody else is like, let's just divvy it up amongst the like $15. And you're like, that's not even close to enough. It's not even a quarter. Appreciate the change. Or they're just like, oh, that'll be the tip. Okay.
Uh-huh.
How are you planning to pest? Yeah, I hate doing that too. Or have you ever been at a table where you have, you're trying to figure out the bill, um, and you have those cheap,
Oh yeah.
right? That
Oh, the
give the
tippers.
give the bare minimum. Wait until the very end when everybody's putting in that he else is doing, and they're like, "Oh, that's enough. I'll just give $1." Have you ever had those people? Or
Yeah.
if it's close, I will split. But somebody wanted me to pay like $50 extra. No thanks. And I say that certain cases I do separate checks. Now, Jennifer, when you've done separate checks, do you say it at the beginning of the meal, or do you say it when the server comes with the check at the end?
Mm.
Because that's a big point of contention in the world, especially if you're that person serving tables or you've got a big party, or you just split everything
Yeah.
evenly, pay for everything. I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah, absolutely. But separate checks. Weigh in, folks. Yes, at the beginning. Our beautiful restaurant etiquette, Jennifer. Much better thing to do. Servers will appreciate you. That assures that they probably won't spit in your food the next time that you come there. So nicely done. We're
Yeah. But as like a server, those of you that are out there watching that have served before, coupons. Coupons. There's always
coupon.
that
Oh
one
yeah.
person with 19 of them. They
Hmm.
hand them over like they're a Vegas card dealer. And they're like, oh, let's use this one, this one, this one, this one. This one expired in 2007. Can I still use it, please?
Or can you
And you're
try?
sitting there at the table with this person like,
I don't with them. I just sat down. Coke.
we just shared this table. There
Right?
wasn't a lot of room.
Yeah, there was nowhere else to sit. Ma'am, the place is empty. At the time, there was nowhere, and I just kept sitting here. But
I don't belong here.
I don't
Belong somewhere
belong
else.
here. Yeah, that's yeah. Let's try every
I
coupon.
know the owner.
Right? I know the owner. Is she ever had that
Ugh.
moment where somebody actually did that? And did you come out and mess with them and go, I don't know that person. Never seen them in my lifetime. And then just kind of walk away, leaving them shocked and saddened. Because if you did, that was legendary.
So she could. We should have her on in the future to tell a few stories. But the owner Marnie is what people would mispronounce her name as Marnie. They would say that like if I was serving, they'd be like, "Well, I know the owner," and I'd be like, "Oh, you do? Yeah, I've known them for a very long time." Well, so have I. Oh, well, how long have you known them? Since I came out of her. And the customers would be like, what? Yeah. Yeah.
She birthed me. The day that I was
She birthed
hatched.
me. I know her longer. So no,
Now,
you can't use the 2007 coupon.
you're like, try again.
Try
Oh, the
again.
former
Not gonna
owners. There's no
work.
former owner. Yeah, right. Go print yourself another coupon. Get out your Canva app and try and make another coupon for yourself. A for
Oh
her being
gosh.
creative, but not going to happen.
What about people's feelings on automatic gratuity?
Ooh,
How do you
the
feel about
forced tip.
automatic gratuity, Coach C? Mm-hmm.
I don't, to tell you the truth, I mean, I understand the point of it. People not to get screwed when it comes to tipping, to kind of
Yeah.
eliminate the tippers. But on the other hand of things, though, I've been at some places where I've had some pretty sketchy service. They put that 20, 25% or whatever they put in there. I'm just like, I don't feel like it's warranted, right?
Right.
So what do you do in
Mm-hmm.
that scenario?
For
Do you mark
sure.
off nothing? Do you on the other box and you know, do you call the manager over? I actually had a scenario where I went to a restaurant and we actually waited 2 hours for our
Whoa.
meal. It was to get our drink. At the time, the meal came, everything was cold. We wanted the server gave us attitude. We stayed because every other place was packed and we were already in the restaurant. But by the time we got done having the food, the check came
Mm-hmm.
and it did have the automatic tipper. Actually, had called the manager over, talked and said, this is a point in time where, and we kind of voiced our opinion, voiced our, dissatisfaction at the service. They apologized. They wanted to comp some of the meal. And we, at the time, I remember we said, the party of us that were there, no need to comp the meal. We're just not going to
Mm-hmm.
tip. And we want to make sure that this server gets feedback that, like, hey, if you're having a bad day, that's fine, but take it out on everybody else. But it had been, and we had found out too, from a friend that had actually worked at the restaurant, that the server had just forgotten our food in the back. Was all over and socializing with friends, a couple
Oh.
of shots with another group of
Oh
people
no,
that
no, no.
that she had known at
Mm-mm.
the time. Yeah, she had. It wasn't that the kitchen
Mm-mm.
was still making the food. Oh, we had a mishap. Oh, this. Nope. It sat back and yeah. So 2 hours to get a couple minutes to send it back. Probably about another 45 minutes to get the real meal. Real meal is delicious, by the way, but yeah, don't stand for that kind of stuff. The extra service charges.
No, not at
Um,
all. Oof.
Jennifer, if you ever get the chance, if you ever watch Practical Jokers, they actually have that they do is see if customers will agree to pay the extra service. And it's all kinds of like funny,
Mm.
ridiculous service charges that they put on there, like the you annoyed your server charged, an extra $5 here, the you ate too slow charge, a bunch of other things on there. But
Oh
if
my
you ever
gosh.
catch it or look it up on YouTube, super funny. Just see agrees to pay the fee even though they think it's ridiculous, and who actually argues about it. But that's a real thing, so I can appreciate that. But
I
if you get
really
a chance
I
on
love
Practical
that.
Jokers,
I probably would have programmed some of those into our point of sale system had I thought of that. That's really good.
yeah,
Good.
right.
Uh, there are cities, towns that have additional tax charges to pay for city infrastructures. So I I challenge you all as you go out to eat in different cities and towns. I won't name the one on here that does charge you additional tax that goes back to a parking garage, paying for a parking garage. If you want to know, message me privately. But you're paying for the city's parking garage, and it's not money going to the restaurant. You literally are eating there, and even if you haven't used the parking garage, you're paying for it. So that is a service charge or extra charge that it irritates me and makes me avoid eating in that particular city.
Sounds
Anyway,
about right.
I
Yeah,
digress.
Jennifer says counter tipping. She says you have me a coffee. I'm not tipping. Hand me.
uh,
Okay. Well, Jennifer, I got news for you. If I'm handing you coffee and you're not giving me at least a little bit of a tip, I'm probably going to put bacon in your coffee. Are you going to do a little bacon?
God.
What do you think about that? Kidding. I would not do that. Just have
Yeah,
me, but
only because of allergies.
yeah, bacon
Well, she has
allergies.
all the forks.
That's true. She has the forks and has the tablecloths and stuff like that she borrowed from to that she can strangle you with too. So to do a Thelma and
Oh,
Louise for a Marie.
There you go.
So-
I think
I love it.
well, there's a story to that. That's why she's writing that, because I just commented what I would put in the point of sale system. When a long time ago, back in the 1900s, I framed a printed sign that said, "We do not serve common sense here. Bring your own." And it went about a month before any customers actually noticed it. But the customer that
hilarious.
was offended by it was really irritated and asked to speak to the owner.
Wow.
Yeah. Fun days, fun times. And yeah, that's it. That's all you want to call him, as a dummy for putting bacon in your coffee, Jennifer?
If
All
it makes
right.
protein bacon for you to support workouts, Jennifer. So
Speaking of things you find in your food and drink that aren't supposed to be there. Oh, there was bacon in my wine. Huh?
yeah, what do you mean there's bacon in your Yeah, but you drank it all. Yes, I'm gonna need to try it again without bacon.
Is the whole bottle bad? Let me try it. The whole thing.
That's awkward.
Yeah. Oh, it's comp too, right?
Yeah.
That's awkward.
You're not going to charge me for that, but you're going to charge me for the parking garage. That you're going to charge me for. But really,
Yeah.
all in all, we could go on all night about diners and dry dives and soggy fries and restaurants. But restaurants, whether you work in them, own them, eat at them, it's where you learn patience, where you learn anger, forgiveness, and how to eat again when you return home.
Love it. Well, we're probably wrapping up here, Doc J. We're probably getting to that time. I do want to give a plug. Do you mind if I give a plug for our next podcast coming up next week, next Thursday? All right.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Our
Yeah.
podcast, even though you can't see my face, I'm smiling ear to ear, grinning. Don't have the thumbs up anymore because I get a cramp. But podcast number 6, episode number 6, is going to be about friendships, relationships, and the Titanic. All about like online dating, friendships, partnerships. Think of along those lines. We're going to talk about everything that goes along with friendships, relationships, and sinking relationships too. So think of your question, pass the message on to others. We will get the next invite out there. Appreciate everybody joining us. Doc J, you want to take us home here?
I will. Thank you very much, everyone, for being with us, and we will see you next week.
Woo!
Doesn't come with a script.
I would dance, but you can't see me.
Makes it interesting. Real life,
We'll see you next week. We'll have a special guest too.
awkward. This might get awkward. Real awkward.
I'm freezing myself too, just like you. I want to be like you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
See you next week.